Kinsey, very good evening to you. Welcome back to the Independent Republic of Mike Graham. Obviously, I've not been on here. I've not spoken to you or anybody on air since last Thursday. So Friday's news came as much of a surprise to me as it did pretty much to everybody else. And I know it's pretty upsetting to you and to many other people as well. I find it astonishing that despite all of that, some of this nonsense is still going on. I'm surprised on the one hand, but I'm also not, because I remember saying to you last week, I'm not even sure that no matter what happens now, that some of these idiotic and horrendous people will believe anything now.
I was surprised. Like a couple of years ago, my dad said to me something that has stuck with me. He said, you know, not everybody is smart. Yeah. And that is really what has been at the top of my mind throughout this entire process. Because some of what we have been navigating throughout these conspiracy theories, first of all, I think it's unfortunate that I'm asked on, you know, Australian television and on Canadian television about some of this gutter gossip. Like, just like, break this down for me. Why am I responding to something that like alligator 444763 said on Twitter? Right. You know, it ruins my credibility. To me, it ruins the news network's credibility that we're giving these people a platform. But I also just think that it's about clickbait. It's about people that are getting a lot of attention from this right now. They've cultivated an audience of crazies with no moral compass, and they have to feed the beast, and they have to continue to get that attention. Right.
Interestingly enough, actually, I was watching an interview with a very interesting guy whose name escapes me for the moment, but he runs a kind of a monitoring organisation for social media. He's actually British, but he runs it in the US. And he was saying that the way that the algorithms of Twitter and Facebook but TikTok and various other things work is that they kind of publish the most outrageous things in almost every regard, not just on royal stories, but on all stories, because those are the things that get the most clicks. Those are the things that are then churned into a bigger algorithm, leading you into more of the kind of strange stuff, because in the end, people may not actually even believe what they're reading, but it gets pushed to the top of the agenda all the time. And he said that these companies could stop that, they could change the way that works, but they won't.
No, because that keeps you on their platform longer. Yeah. You're absolutely right. When people have said, what lesson can we learn from this? I have said, stop sharing. Don't fight in the comments section when you know that something's not true. Report it if need be, move on. Don't watch the entire thing. Because when you fight in the comments section, when you share it with a girlfriend, when you share it with somebody like me to say, oh my gosh, is this true? Or can you believe they have the audacity of saying something so salacious? What you've done is you've told Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, that this is controversial, and controversy keeps people on the site, keeps people engaged, and that is their only objective. They don't care if it's harmful towards the person. They don't care if it's true or false. All they care about is keeping you locked in so that they can go to their advertisers and not only sell your personal data, but convince them that you spend a significant amount of time on their platform, so they should advertise with them.
Absolutely right. Back in the real world, meanwhile, because I don't want to spend too much time on these bozos, Easter's coming up this weekend, obviously, and that's normally a big weekend for the royal family, but clearly it's going to be a very much depleted family this weekend. Charles, obviously, still getting his treatment and still dealing with his problems, but possibly, I mean, do you think we might see Andrew out there again, and obviously Edward and Anne, and possibly Queen Camilla?
Well, Peter Phillips did talk to Sky Australia over the weekend, and he said that King Charles has been frustrated by, the fact that his treatment is taking a little bit longer than he'd like, and that King Charles has been so eager to get back to work, even if it is maybe not greeting everybody at Easter, but showing up and having a presence there and waving from a distance. So I do think we could potentially see King Charles over the Easter holiday, especially, I mean, I know that what Catherine is going through is preventative treatment, but with Catherine being such an important member of the royal family and so sincerely loved, a lot of people are in mourning over the fact that she's even having to go through this process with small children, with all of these nasty things being said about her online. I think the king understands that it would be a pick-me-up to show up and be seen and smiling and looking happy and as happy and healthy as he possibly can. But you're right. if he's advised not to do that by his doctors who he's listening to, that would be perhaps another Prince Andrew running the show scenario.
Yeah.